So, as the the never mind, I'll tell you later. Hey, what's up, friends? Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, Dolly Parton thinks she doesn't deserve the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame award. The idea is simple. Every day, Monday through Friday, I go live for about 10 minutes. I want to help you to look good, feel good, and smell good. In the process, I reveal the hidden secrets of the universe at no extra charge. You're welcome. My friends are watching behind the scenes on Instagram right now, behind the scenes on Instagram exclusively. And I invite you to follow me on Twitter. Let's be friends on Twitter. Come on. Let's be friends on Twitter. Come on. You're watching Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. I am the founder of Safe New Media, which is that's what this show is about. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. It's live. So this is what happens live. It's a production of Safe New Media, Unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, yours truly. It is definitely not a cult. I invite you to check out my new record, Surplus. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, there's a link to Spotify to follow me on Spotify. A couple things. I also recommend if you're watching on LinkedIn, there's a link at the top of the description. I help businesses to get double their ideal customers in half the time. If that's you, if that's relevant, then great. Let me know what you're working on and click that link in the description there at the top of LinkedIn. And if that's not, relevant to you, then don't worry about it. No big deal. I also recommend Bitcoin. Buy it with Strike. Strike is awesome. There's a link in the description if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube. Zero fees to stack sats right now. Okay, but let's get to the discussion, the show, the topic today about Dolly Parton. So, declining her nomination to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Dolly Parton says she hasn't earned it, which is nonsense. She says, even though I'm extremely flattered and grateful to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't feel that I've earned that right. She posted this on social media. She continues, I really do not want votes split because of me, so I must respectfully bow out. Okay, it looks like a lot of people admire her decision, which is fine. We love Dolly Parton. She's amazing. Okay, so this is not to be a slight to Dolly Parton. I think you're amazing. However, that her rejecting this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction it makes no sense. It's absurd. So she's alluding to the fact that she hasn't exactly made a straight rock and roll record. Okay. But who cares? Why does that matter? Okay, the nominee list for 2022 is 17 acts. Making it past the first round. Pat Benatar, Judas Priest, Kate Bush. I thought Kate Bush was already. I don't know. I thought Kate Bush was already in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Beck, Rage Against the Machine, Eminem, Fela Kuti, Carly Simon, and Dolly Parton. Dionne Warwick, Eurythmics, MC5, the New York Dolls, Lionel Richie, A Tribe Called Quest. They're not rock and roll. Devo and Duran Duran. That short list will be further cut in the coming months to reveal the official 2022 class, and the ceremony is set for this fall in Los Angeles. Now, the reason why I think I'm baffled by her logic, Dolly Parton, what she's thinking here. It doesn't matter that she hasn't made a straight out rock and roll record. We love her anyway. This is a stupid award. All awards are stupid, but especially this one. I'm not even sure that rock and roll I don't even know if people still make rock and roll today. Do they? Is rock and roll still a thing? I could swear it's all hip hop, but I don't know. I could be wrong. This is just a museum. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just a museum. It's located in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, USA, on the shore of Lake Erie. So it's a museum that documents the history of rock music and the artists, producers, engineers, and other notable figures who have influenced its development. So what's weird is the previous inductees. Hello, my friends are behind the scenes. Once again, my friends are watching behind the scenes exclusively on Instagram, at Safe New Media, behind the scenes. Also, I do have a Telegram. There's a link to this Telegram channel that I started. Join me there. Okay, so back to this craziness. Now, there's previous inductees that include Hank Williams. Hank Williams is country, and he was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No one has a problem with that. Johnny Cash is country. You could say he made a rock record with Rick Rubin, but Johnny Cash is still basically country. And just rock and roll and country kind of bleed over together. Michael Jackson was the king of pop. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Madonna's not rock. Madonna is pop. So I don't understand what Dolly Parton is thinking. What's the criteria here? Run DMC is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sure, they made that song with Aerosmith in the 80s, but they're rap. Woody Guthrie is folk. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Woody Guthrie, Joni Mitchell, Joan Baez, they're all folk singers. Parliament Funkadelic is funk music. Jimmy Cliff, I think, is reggae, right? He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Beastie Boys, rap. Of course, they're kind of rock and roll rap. But still, what's the big deal, Dolly Parton? Nina Simone, did she make a rock and roll record? I don't know. Jay-Z is rap. Jay-Z is hip hop. LL Cool J is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, what is the big deal? Louis Armstrong, a horn player, he didn't make rock and roll records either. So, this is my unpopular opinion, but I think Dolly Parton is just, as amazing as she is, she's kind of insecure. This is showing her kind of an insecure aspect of this amazing musician. And it just goes to show that you know that saying that if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Well, here's counter evidence to that. She does not believe in herself in this regard. And everyone else does. She She's amazing, and we want her to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So she goes on and she says, "This has, however, inspired me to put out a hopefully great rock and roll album at some point in the future, which I have always wanted to do." She says, "My husband is a total rock and roll freak and has always encouraged me to do one." Maybe she will come out with a great rock record. Someone needs to revive rock and roll. So this is, according to Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone makes a good point. The decision to bow out isn't entirely up to Parton. Did you know that Axl Rose declined? Axl Rose. John Lydon and Todd Rundgren protested their inclusion and ended up being voted in anyway. Lydon famously sent an angry letter to be read at the ceremony when the Sex Pistols were inducted in 2006. He's just playing a character. That's all we're really doing, is just playing a character. I guess John Lydon thought it was very punk rock to protest. Furthermore, ballots for this year that include her name are already out there. Parton may not have much more choice on whether or not she gets inducted, but she can always, like Lydon and others, abstain from attending if she does. So, Dolly, you might just get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, whether you like it or not, babe. And we love that about you. Dolly Parton's amazing. All right, that's today's show. I appreciate you guys. Pummel that subscribe button into submission. Smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Ring the bell. Leave a comment. I appreciate you guys. I have spoken.